JP Morgan has $10 to $20 billion sitting on the table, ready to deploy. Ripple just quietly announced their reopening acquisitions in the second half of this year. Two completely different worlds, one legacy institution, one crypto infrastructure giant, both going shopping at the same time. Now, most people will see that and think, interesting news. I see something different. I see a pattern. And patterns like this don't show up in headlines. They show up right before something structural changes in a market. The question that nobody in this space is asking out loud is this: when the biggest bank in America decides to buy into payments, and the company behind XRP's payment infrastructure decides to go on an acquisition spree, what happens to XRP when those two worlds collide? That's exactly what we're going to find out today. Stay with me. But before we get into who they're targeting, I need to show you something that Jamie Dimon said publicly that most people completely misread. Because on the surface, it sounds like a routine business statement. But when you understand what's sitting underneath it, it changes the entire picture of what JP Morgan is actually building toward. Let's start with JP Morgan, and let's start with Jamie Dimon, because what he said recently deserves more attention than it got. Dimon stated publicly that JP Morgan might have the opportunity to put $10 to $20 billion to work on acquisitions over the next couple of years. He acknowledged that asset prices are currently high and that they're being patient with capital. Patient. That word matters, because when someone like Jamie Dimon says patient, he doesn't mean hesitant. He means waiting for the right moment to move with maximum precision. He then outlined 3 areas where JP Morgan is looking to deploy that capital. The first, international expansion. The second, payments. He was very specific here. He used the words new payment rails, new technology, new competitors. He said JP Morgan has an opportunity to, and this is a direct quote, bulk up their payments business. The third area was asset management and wealth. Now, payments. That's the word that should get every XRP holder's attention. Because here's what that actually means in plain language. JP Morgan sees the payments infrastructure of the future being rebuilt from the ground up. New rails, new technology. And they know that if they don't move aggressively into that space now, while valuations on some of these companies are still relatively accessible, they risk being disrupted by the exact technology they've been watching from the sidelines. And here's the part that adds a very